Yo guys, welcome back to the West Ham United career mode here on FIFA 19, and I've made a few changes. I'm confident in this episode that we can progress further through December, and then we've got the January transfer window next after this. In the last episode you saw we played Fulham away 1-2-0. What other games did we play? We played the City game and lost 1-0, and the Huddersfield game and lost 2-0. In this episode, I'm going to be playing the Newcastle game, probably the Southampton and the Burnley game. The Watford game is just a little bit too easy to sim, plus it'll be two games in quick succession. So what I'm going to do for this episode is I'm going to see if I can trial out doing the highlights in like an order again, instead of just being after the match, so I can go straight into it and then show you the highlights from then and do the halftime highlights as well. Or show you the halftime stats and that, if that makes any sense. So a bit like how I did it back in like FIFA 17. Obviously it's a different thing for me because it's on PlayStation. It's a lot harder to do something like that without recording the whole match and then trimming it down to separate highlights, if you get what I mean. So what I'm going to try and do is in this Newcastle match away from home, what we're going to try and do is that exactly. So just trying to get ourselves forward. Line up there, as you can see. I'd rather do anything than play Cyprian in centre attack and mid at this point. Hudson-Odoi's are looking a little bit tired out there, so we've dropped into the bench. Hopefully he can come on and do a bit of a job. Scored an absolutely outrageous goal against Fulham to open the scoring. Cyprian's not bad, to be fair to him. I just don't trust him as much as I trust Hudson-Odoi. So Felipe Anderson, who can play centre forward, is going to play in this attacking midfield role with Antonio out on the wing and Marko Arnautovic out on the wing. You'd say it would make more sense to me to be split. You'd think it'd be make more sense for me to play Rashford at left wing and play Marko at striker, but I'm going to try Rashford at striker again. I had a little bit of a voice crack there, but if you understand what I mean by the highlight thing that I'm going to trial out in this episode, hopefully it's a bit better. Then yeah, I'm just gonna go. So I'm gonna try as hard as I can to do what I did beforehand. Oh, look at that! Just turn. Oh, Felipe Anderson. Oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna stop doing the highlights after this game. Tough game away from home at St James's Park. Here in the Premier League. I think a win will bump us up to about third in the table and leave us about a point or two behind Tottenham, who are second. We've got the game in hand as well, so we really need to win this game. And yeah, I've just witnessed England draw 0-0 to Croatia tonight. The video's up on my channel already, the reaction. So yeah, a win will put us... Oh no, a win will put us above Burnley. I didn't know where I was looking for a second. I saw Liverpool with 30 points. I thought, oh, we're not there. I thought we had like 31, or I saw they had 27. I thought we were like 28 because we were going to get 1 point ahead. Player to watch in this this game is Felipe Anderson. 3 goals in 17 appearances though. It's not good for a winger. It's not great, but it's not bad. Yeah, I'll see you as the highlights, as we get into the highlights of this tough fixture away at Newcastle, and in the words of Martin Tyler, and it's live. Started off the game here against Newcastle, playing the ball forward through Antonio to Marcus Rashford, who put his shot away from home. Brilliant goal, brilliant opening start to the game. 1-0 after 2 minutes, I mean. It couldn't have got better. It couldn't have been a better start than that, and I couldn't have wished for a better start. Marcus Rashford playing at striker, doing his bit. Getting close a few times after that opening goal as well, especially here in the 14th minute. Antonio just glancing ahead of wide from a corner. This is the best angle for it, I do believe. Yeah, look at how it just dangles past and goes wide, effortless. Then Jack Wilshere unleashed an absolute pile driver on the first time shot for one of the goals of the season. I would probably say that's the best goal I've scored this year personally, or one of the best goals. Look at the way he just strikes it. He was being held back by Shelby as well, and it just comes off the post, and that was 2-0 here at St James's Park, playing really well. So yeah, I'll be going into half time 2-0. Half time here at St James's Park. You'll have obviously seen the the two highlights before. This is my live reaction from the half time. As you can see there, Jack Wilshere total attempts, one goal, and what a goal it was by the boy. We started off really early as well, a really good early goal, and it's always good when you get those early goals. Sorry about that, lads. Yeah, half time we've battered them really. We've been the better side by a country mile. Let's just go on to the match facts. Been the better side. They've had 2 more shots on target than us, and they've had 20% more possession, but we've just been that much better than them. They've had more tackles as well. It's just, like I say, we're the better team, but they've had more of the game, and it's kind of weird. But yeah, that 38-minute tackle from Bonner was a world-class tackle. Like, I tell you that for a fact. But the important fact is that we are 2 goals up, and that's pretty much all that's happened. Realistically, looking at what the lineup is, I don't think I need to make any changes. I think that the one player that's disappointed me the most out there has been Antonio, but maybe later in the game Hudson-Odoi or Lucas Perez can come on in that position. I'm not sure if Luke... Nah, he can't. But Antonio's been kind of disappointing playing on the right hand side for me. But we'll go into the second half. We'll try and wrap up the win. Hopefully keep a clean sheet and get ourselves a few more goals. But yeah, I'll see you through the next highlights and then at the end of the match. So peace out. Then in the second half, the only real chance, Marcus Rashford took a brilliant shot and made it 3-0 to us. Brilliant play between the lads, and then just an outstanding finish from Marcus Rashford for his second of the goal, his 8th of the Premier League campaign. Towards the end of the game, in the 91st minute, Jack Wilshere tried again for another screamer, but wonderfully saved by Carl Darlow. Look at how much the ball goes towards this other side of the goal. It's a wonderful save at the end of the day, and yeah, that'd be all she wrote at 3-0. There it is, full time at St James's Park. We've got a win. We've got a 3-0 win. Happy with that. Clean sheet is everything there. 3 outstanding goals. Wilshere's for me goal of the day by far. Probably goal of the season contender realistically. Marcus Rashford with 2 from 2 shots as well. Talk about clinical. There's a reason we played him at striker this year, and that is that reason that he can just score goals. So yeah, 3-0 win, and I'll see you. Let's just go through the stats. Yeah, in the second half we were a much better side, put a lot more shots at them, gained a little bit more possession as well. My man of the match for me would have been Wilshere. He was outstanding in most of his passes. Goal, didn't get an assist unfortunately. Passes completed 17 out of 19. Anderson made 24 passes in that game. Dribbles completed 13 out of 14. He was just unbelievable in everything he did. But yeah, him, Rashford, Anderson, Antonio apparently had a really good game. I would say it's between him, Anderson, Rashford, and probably going along with how good they were for me personally playing the game. Noble's quality in that game. Obviously Antonio got an assist which will help him out a little bit. But yeah, I'll see you back when we're in the menu screen. So coming back into the menus here, we are 3rd in the league with progressed, and Marcus Rashford has got himself to joint 2nd in the Premier League scoring charts. What a man that is. That game against Newcastle, that's the team. That game against Newcastle was a really tough match. We battled hard, but we got the 3-0 win, which is all that matters at the end of the day. And this home game against Watford, I'm going to sim, but I'm going to have to make changes to the overall lineup purely just because of the fitness issues. So for me, Cyprian's going to play instead of Wilshere. It's a sim game, so I don't have to use them. Hudson-Odoi is going to come back in. And do I have any other wingers that I can use? No, not really. Yarmolenko would be the first choice to go back into the side, but he's currently a little bit unfit. Currently injured, really. I want to play Antonio again, but I really don't. I also really want to put Perez there, because he can play at right mid. Let's try Perez. It's a sim game. I'm not too worried. Obviously, I prefer to win. This game does mean a lot, and the overall scheme. So yes, Watford at home should be 3 points. Really, we've got a decent side out. Perez getting one of his first starts. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. And we're 1-0 down because, of course, home simulating is just as bad as away simulating according to EA Sports. Can we pull a goal back? Arnautovic, yes. Brilliant. Felipe Anderson came on for Noble. De La Feu got injured. Or picked up a slight injury. That's all that's happening at the moment. Can we snatch a late winner? No. 1-1 draw at home against Watford in the simulating. Not the best of results. I mean, that'll drop us points down into 4th. We're still 5 points behind Spurs, who are in 2nd, so a little bit of a decent title shot. We can still get there, and Issa Diop has made it to 80 rated, which means he can come out of training for a little bit, and we can replace him with someone else. Probably Rashford. Player conversation. Xande Silva wants more game time. If I had a cup competition to play you in, Xande, I would. And Adrian also wants game time. I mean, I guess we can play him in the Southampton match. We're about halfway through the season at this point. Got 2 games left for this episode. I did get a scout report on Ben Mee because he's out of contract. 80 rated at 29. Could be a decent offer. Paraguay want to manage me. I'm good, lads. I'm really good. I'm more than good. Nathan Trott might make a request. Mate, you're 65 rated. You ain't getting anywhere near the starting 11. Harry Maguire does have a value of 20 million. We can actually sign, I'm pretty sure, Nathan Ake currently. I mean, he's on loan from Bournemouth, but let me just show you here. Let me go into Transfer Hub. I'm pretty sure we can sign him on a free right now. So let me just go and find him. Where is he? So many players. Nathan Ake, yeah, approach to sign now. So in reality, we can sign Nathan Ake now if we really wanted to. I'm going to have a look at see how much he's costing. Apparently we can approach to buy a lot of these players, but I don't think so. Yeah, Southampton away. I might give Hudson-Odoi another game because he's slightly more fit, which means that I can play Felipe Anderson at right wing and keep Hudson-Odoi there. Wilshere comes back into the team. Why would he not after that? It's superb performance he put in against Newcastle United. But yeah, let us go in to this crucial game against Southampton at St Mary's. A win would again put us above Burnley. I mean, it's been a while since we've really. I mean, it's been a while since we've not done anything. It's been a. I'd love to say it's been a while since we lost. It's been like 3 games, but 3 games is quite a fair bit in FIFA. So, yeah, top 4 finish, top 5 finish is really where I'm looking to try and get to this season. So halfway through the season to be at this point and be almost at that stage. We're 10 points behind Manchester City, who are top of the league. If I win the league, it'll be a miracle. At the bottom is still Fulham. So yeah, yeah. Let's dive on in to Let's dive on in to Southampton away. Hopefully, Marcus Rashford can get a few more goals. Just maybe 1 or 2. Get himself up to 10 goals. Hudson-Odoi. Hopefully, he can snatch another goal from that centre attacker mid position. We've been playing really well recently. I think that game against Newcastle, although it may just be Newcastle, you still have to win. You still have to beat the team that's in front of you, and it's on world class, which is not the highest difficulty you can play on, but it's certainly quite a tough game to play. So yeah, I'm going to try the same thing again with the highlights. So I'll see you what I can do. It's not the quickest process. It involves a lot more of the editing, but well, if it comes off a little bit better for this episode, we'll keep it like that. If it looks, or if it doesn't come off as well, which I'm sure it will let me know in the comments, then I'll go back to what it was originally and just go into the end of the game and doing the match recap, and then showing you the goals back again. Yeah, the player we're focusing on is Marcus Rashford. Needs a goal to equal Leroy Sané. I'm sure we'll get it at this game. Get the second game we're playing in our fantastic white kit. But yes, I will see you as the highlights continue on in this game. and Charlie Austin is probably the main man to watch out for. Yeah, I will see you at, not the end of the match, but in the next highlights. Starting off the game here with a really good goal from Marcus Rashford. 5 minutes in, Jack Wilshere setting him up. Hudson-Odoi did well in the build-up, and good finish from Marcus Rashford to give us the lead. You've got to argue Angus Gunn could save it. Yeah, that was a good start from us. Another chance for us in this game fell quite early on, 20 minutes in, and Marcus Rashford again with a good strike and a good save from Angus Gunn. Probably should have been 2-0. So yeah. Moving forward to the 30th minute, it comes out to Adam Armstrong. Takes a shot, deflects off the Roy Bonner and lifts over Fabianski and makes it 1-1. Really annoying goal to concede that, because I just don't think it was deserved from their part, but oh well. We had to go again after that. It just deflects wide and past him. Just 10 minutes after that, Hudson-Odoi plays a great ball to Rashford, who bangs it into the back of the net for his 10th goal of the season. And that is half time at St Mary's. Obviously Marcus Rashford, four attempts, he probably could have scored all 4 of them, to be fair, but he scored 2 of them, which is the most important thing. Up to 10 goals for the season. That deflection off of the Armstrong shot that took it just over Lucas Fabianski is kind of annoying after a good early start. We definitely deserve to be in front. I think that's just based on the chances we've had. Burnley are losing, which is good for us, because that means we go further ahead of them in the league table. Hudson-Odoi is looking a bit knackered out there at the moment. But yeah, stats clearly show in terms of shots that we are dominating. Hudson-Odoi is looking a bit tired out there, as well as Noble and Anderson. We're going to deal with that for the minute, but I will see you for any of the next, for the second half. I'll add insult to injury. I couldn't get the ball for Charlie Austin or that guy and get Manuel Gabbiadini fires one to the top left hand corner and makes it 2-2. Really annoying goal to concede as well, because of the poor defender from this. Late on in the game, Marko Arnautovic with some good work on the left wing plays it into Mark Noble, who left foot side foot just past the goal. Could have won the game for us there in the 80th minute. Really disappointing finish from the captain. So here at the end of the Southampton game, we drew 2-2. Probably a bit undeservedly. We were the better side by a country mile. And a really poor Gabbiadini goal is the difference. Hudson-Odoi played outstandingly well. Man of the match, obviously. It's a bit arguable because Rashford got 2 goals. Wilshere got an assist, as well as Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi was fantastic in centre attacking midfield. I don't try out on the wings, probably not as good, but in centre attacking midfield he was awesome. But yeah, players of the game: Hudson-Odoi, Rashford, Wilshere. That's probably about it. There was no one else that really stood out to me. So yeah, Wilshere covered so much ground, as did Hudson-Odoi. Yes. I will see you in the half minute. So back in the menus, I just got an email that a youth player wants out of the academy. Oscar Edwards, I think it was. 60 rated. We'll definitely play him up, and that's our first player from the from the youth academy that's gone straight into the starting 11. Well, not into the starting 11, but you know what I mean. Got some more out of contract players. Divock Origi can't actually sign. Alex McCarthy's out of contract. Let's have a look at him. Stephen Defoe as well, be a decent option for us in midfield, as well as James Milner. However, he is injured for the next 4 months. Michel Vorm, Morrison, Jagielka, they're all a bit too just not what we're looking for. We don't even get that long a rest until we have to play Burnley. Oh dear. We don't get a long rest either. Jesus. Who can we play in Cam? No one's back quite yet. Marcus Edwards, let's give him a game. 3-star skills. Not going to be that good for us at the moment, but we'll put him into training and he should be alright. I'm going to play Cyprian over my finer judgment. Yes, this will be the final game of the episode. Away at Burnley to end the year, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, and then we can move into January. We've got our first FA Cup game against Coventry at home. Should be an easy win, that, really. But yeah, let's get into this final game at Turf Moor. Let me just pick my kits. We'll have to go with that one. Yes, that's the lineup. Hopefully Rashford can get another goal or two. Make it 6 goals for the episode, that. And again, after this episode, let me know how the new highlight system works. If you like it, if you don't like it. It's definitely a lot more to do, but I think it's worth it in the end. So yeah, we'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. Really want to get a win here to end the episode off. If you don't remember, this is where we lifted the title in FIFA 17 career mode for West Ham. We lifted the title on final day at Turf Moor. I think it was a treble winning season we had, with Alex Lacazette being just banging in goal after goal after goal after goal. In that series and scoring absolute beauties. 4 goals in the last 3 games for Marcus Rashford is unreal. Bloody amazing. He is 20 as well. But yes, I'll see you in the highlight reel. I think they're playing Joe Hart. But yeah, I'll see you in the next highlight reel. So let's go. Highlight of the game comes 45 minutes in because it didn't show me hitting the bar of Marcus Rashford, but a ball chipped in to the number 32 for Burnley, and I think it's a Gay or something. Volleys home to make it 1-0 just before half time, which was a really frustrating goal to concede for us. Had it all to do in the second half. And going into half time is a really disappointing result, a cross goal.
Well, the player that we're featuring here has done well. He's certainly been
really quite a disappointing goal, considering we hit the bar early on as well. Just disappointing to concede like that after playing so well. Like, we've definitely been under the cosh, but we've definitely had the better of the chances. But Burnley have easily just done what they do and crossed. They've played down the line, which is what EA tend to make it. I do. They've ran it down the line and they've crossed it in, and they've got their goal from it, which is really kind of frustrating to play against. But yeah, roll on the second half. Hopefully we can turn it around. Start of the second half started just as well as you could hope. Marco Arnautovic playing it through to Marcus Rashford, who levers it into the top right hand corner against Joe Hart. Joe Hart had a fantastic game for Burnley throughout the entire game, as you'll see later probably in some of the highlights, but what a fantastic rifling finish that was from Marcus Rashford. Like I said, Joe Hart had a fantastic game, and you'll be able to see that now from this shot from Wilshere. Just outstanding save that to deny Jack Wilshere, who's loved the long shot goal, who loves a long shot, but fantastic save again. The resulting corner, we did have a chance, punch clear, fell to Issa Diop, who took a shot and it found its way into the bottom right hand corner. And his second goal of the season is not quite as spectacular as his first, but still a fantastic good finish. Does well to take the touch and just bang it past Joe Hart. Rashford jumps over it, really lucky. So after scraping a second goal, we took full chances. Cyprian with a good shot and really good save from Joe Hart. And you'll see, and now you're seeing what I mean by he had a fantastic game for Burnley. Just kept most of the shots out. Speaking of Joe Hart, and in good timing, fell to Cyprian again, and another superb save from Joe Hart. I think that's better than the first one, from the first two that we've shown. Look at the way, just good shot from Cyprian as well, and it's a good one-handed save. And there we are, full time at Turf Moor. We've successfully turned it around. Brilliant play from the lads. Marcus Rashford with another goal, and Diop with the winner. And that's a really good game. The ball's just floating. I mean, I did that before in the last game, but the ball's just floating. A really good game, that. A tough match as well, especially Marcus Rashford could have had another 2 goals, 2 or 3. But yeah, we end up with the win. We get the 3 points. Fantastic win for us. Yes, look at that. Domination, really. In terms of possession, it was kind of even. But Marcus Rashford played really, really well as Martin Noble and Arnautovic. And I'll give credit where it's due. Cyprian had a outstanding second half. I think he might have got no, he didn't get any of the assist or the goal, but he was definitely one of the better players. Still a fantastic performance from everyone though, to come back from that from a goal down in the first half. But yeah, that's that for this game, and I'll see you back in the menus. And that is that for this episode pretty much. We're going to end it off here after a bit of training. Xande Silva getting a little bit better. And I forgot to take his Diop out of the training. I'll definitely do that next time. But in the next episode, Yassine Adli, we'll have a look at the scout reports, because now we can start making more transfers again. We could have agreed transfers in from the future for this point, but we're going to start making a few transfers now that it is January, and a lot of my scout reports have come back for a lot of players. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, because if you have, then make sure to give it a like and a subscribe. If you do enjoy watching me play quite well, you know, we've got 2 wins and a draw this episode. 2 wins, 2 draws technically if you count the game against Watford as a game. But this episode's done really well. We've got that 3-0 win away at Newcastle, then drew against Watford, drew against Southampton, and got the 3 points against Burnley. Next episode we're probably going to sim the home game against Brighton, sim the home game against Coventry, play the Arsenal game, play the Bournemouth game, and finish off playing the Wolves game. So yes, that'll get us through January, but more than likely we'll look to make a fair few pre-contract signings and a fair few signings of our own in that episode. Current standings in the Premier League, we are 4th, or joint 4th. Pretty sure on goal difference just knocks us down slightly. Yeah, they've conceded. I mean, it's just 1 goal that's doing us in at the moment. But we are 4th after 20 games, which is super good for us. So yeah, let's have a look at the Carabao Cup, see who's progressing in that. So the semi-finals are Wolves and Stoke versus Manchester City and Spurs. So I think we were knocked out in round 3, if I'm not correct. Yeah, Cardiff knocked us out. But yes, now we have a look at the top scorers. Marcus Rashford, with an insane episode, went from 6 goals to 11 goals. The man is on fire playing at striker. And I hope that he can continue that rich vein of form. But yeah, thank you guys ever so much for watching this episode. Look at the player of the month shortlist. If it's not Marcus Rashford, then who will it be? Because it's got to be Marcus Rashford for just the insane amount of goals he scored for us. Let me know if you want me to sell any players. But yeah, Marcus Rashford made the 11 of the week, as well as Mark Noble. Yes, I will see you